with the pandemic-related life challenges. Clearly that the brand and the advertising has a new role and responsibility to help people understand the pandemic. Do you believe that or not? So the third question was, can you advance that? Third question is, brands respond in the crisis will have a huge impact on one's likelihood of purchasing that brand in the future. So that means how you interact with your brand in terms of the pandemic will affect if people will buy your product in the future. The fourth is, if one perceives that a brand is putting profit over people, we've talked about that, then they will lose trust in the brand forever. That's a pretty incredible comment. Will they lose trust forever? And the last question was, statement was, brands should do everything they can to protect the well-being and financial security of their employees, suppliers, even if it means suffering a big financial loss until the pandemic ends.
Okay, so we'll end the poll right now.
Okay, so okay, so 100% was the first one on strongly agree, okay. Next one was 60, so 100% was the first one, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. The second one was 67%, right?
Yes.
Okay, the third one was what? Third question.
Yeah, 33% strongly agree and 67% moderately agree.
No, there are 5 questions. You only showed me the results on 2 of them.
Now is the third. Here's the third.
Okay, I haven't seen it. It didn't come up on my screen yet. Sorry.
It doesn't. I'm launching. I shared the results. You can't.
Okay, what is the third? What's the percentage of the third questions on strongly agree?
33% strongly agree.
How much?
33%.
On the third question. Okay.
Yes.
And moderately agree?
67%.
Okay, so that's 100% with the 2 agrees, right?
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
And then the fourth question?
100% strongly agree.
Okay, and the fifth question?
67% strongly agree.
And moderately, and what's the next?
And then the next one, 33% moderately agree.
Okay, so let's look at flash the next slide on, please.
Mm-hmm.
Next slide.
Yes. I did.
So this is the actual percentages from the global survey. 78%, now you said, our group said it was 100%. This is the 78% reflects strongly or moderately agree. So on our case, it was almost 100%. But on a global basis, 78% agreed that businesses should take responsibility to ensure their employees are protected. On the second question, they said 84% said the brand should focus advertising on how products can help people cope. The third question, we had the lowest percentage, and it actually had the most questionable percentage of us. It said that 65% said that brands' response to crisis will have a huge impact on the likelihood of purchasing. So that means 2/3 of the people globally felt that. 1/3 of our group said was strongly agreed, and 2/3 felt were moderately agreed. 71% agreed that the brand would be brand putting profit over people, they would lose trust forever. That's a pretty incredible comment. I was shocked at the level. 71% globally agreed. You had 100% here agreed. And then 90% agreed that an employee should do everything, even if it costs them money and financial loss, to protect their employees. So that's really stating a major change and transformation. If you look at just these questions, these 5 questions, and if you're interested, you could Google the Edelman 2020 Brand Trust Report on COVID-19 pandemic, and it's a very, very powerful discovery for people in business to realize the true transformation of people and communities around the COVID virus and how it's going to affect future decision making. So I'm going to open it up to any questions or any thoughts. We have about 15 minutes. I'm here to share with you. And the importance of this tool is if we had a larger cross-section of people and we went through our management team and our leadership team, and we looked at 10 or 15 questions, and there are questions, they've done surveys on race and on brand participation, on purpose and all kinds of things. And you see how your team responds to those same questions and how we're actually implementing this trust idea, these why, the purpose into our business model, and what are the expectations of our market. This is a global survey. This is what people are telling us they expect, you know, that they expect you to help us and protect us, even if it's going to cost you a lot of money. They say, 2/3 of them say that if you do not respond appropriately in the virus, then I'm not going to buy your product anymore. That's a big intersection between a crisis and the future survival of the company. So any questions or comments? It doesn't have to be a question, it could be just a comment.
So any further questions from the audience? Direct questions or written questions? How do you find this session? Was it insightful for you? Did you learn something new?
And also, I'd like some feedback on how we can change it and make it more impactful. Clearly, all of the strategies to impact this whole trust model will be provided in our master classes, because we can't do everything in 2 hours. We have to set the context. So this is the first context about how leaders have to change and how mindset has to change.
Gian is saying thank you. It was very interesting. The others? Any questions, any comments, any feedback? I think we have more silent audience.
Okay.
So just to give you an overview, we'll be having a course of 5 sessions, which will include practical exercises, readings, and assignments. And then at the end, a certificate from the Transformation Academy of accomplishment. So we will inform you once the deadlines are fixed. It's important for us to know what is the best timing. Is this a good timing for you, or probably before that or after that? We send you a survey to know the best timing for you, so we can accommodate our trainings to this to your specific ideal timing. Thank you very much for attending. Thank you, Professor Kaufman, for your valuable training and insights about branding. And looking forward to learn more and more from you. And thank you, everybody, and have a good evening.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate the opportunity to share with you guys.